We're going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your 15 to 17 Ford Expedition. Included in the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator, mounting bracket, mounting bolt, mounting screws, and threaded clip. The tools you're going to need for installation is a 10mm socket, ratchet, and extension, Phillips head screwdriver, and a clip pulling tool is optional but useful. Let's get started. Now our first step is to remove the factory engine cover. You have to remove your oil fill cap first. That's a 1/4 turn. Pull that off and then just simply pull up on the cover, past the oil cap, and remove. Next we're going to locate the factory PCV line, which is this line here. This is a line we just kind of recreated for this video, as this vehicle did not have the factory PCV line, but that's essentially the shape it'll look like on yours. The connections are the same. So what you do, there's a blue tab, might be a gray tab. You're going to pull the tab away from the PCV to remove, like that. Then you're going to rotate the entire line, locate the tab on the other side, pull that tab away, and remove. Now our mounting location for our bracket is right here, and we have to pull this harness pin out of here, which is easiest to do with a clip pulling tool. Obviously you could pull up on this harness and wiggle it and it'll inevitably come out, but clip puller makes that a lot easier and also keeps typically your clip in decent shape to be reused. So then we're going to grab our threaded clip. The threaded portion is going to go on the bottom. This is the top half, and you're just going to slide this over this hole and just get that lined up the best you can. Take the supplied bolt and bracket, and you can do one of two things. You could either just tuck this harness. This harness is pretty stiff, it's not going to go anywhere. You could tuck it behind the bracket. If you want it secured by the bracket, you can leave it in front, kind of up to you. For the sake of this video, I'm going to put it behind. So let's get our might be able to start your bolt by hand. And then grab your socket and ratchet. And basically, I'm just going to snug this up for now, because we're going to play with the angle on this to get these hoses to lay out the best way. So that'll complete that for now. Now we're going to grab our oil separator assembly. I'm going to feed, basically this is going to line up with the bracket. The logos are going to face the same way. I'm going to feed my one hose that's running to the PCV between this AC line and the battery tray. Just kind of pull that around, and then I'm going to mount my can to the bracket with the screws. Just start those by hand, get them lined up. And you can go and tighten those screws down. Now we just need to make our connections. So this is going to run underneath the turbo inlet pipe. And I do want to show you, all these connections in the end of the hoses move. They rotate 360 degrees. They may be stiff to break free initially. you know, if the product's been sitting in a box for a while, but they will just grab it and twist it. So we need to get the optimum angle, which looks about that. Just simply push that on. And then here, as you see, my connection's pointed the wrong way. I'm just gonna twist it and make that connection. Now to remove these connections, you see this green tab here, but you'll see on the larger one, it actually says push. So you simply push the large button to release the fitting. So these work a little different than the factory, but it does the same thing. Do not remove these clips, you'll break them. So again, just push the button and they pull right off. So now that we have that laid out how we want it, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up our 10mm bolt that's holding our bracket. And slide my harness out of the way and snug that up. Now we just need to reinstall our engine cover. You'll notice at the back of the manifold there is a bracket that holds the cover that a bar slides into, which is that bar there at the back. So we're gonna align that first. And then you just have to get it past your oil fill cap, like that, and then reinstall your cap. That completes your installation. Average collection on a Gen 1 motor such as this, it's going to be an ounce, if not maybe a little more, every 1,000 miles. Some trucks run cleaner than others. It really depends on the driving situation. You'll also, in the winter months, you're going to fill this can a little faster because of the condensation buildup. So you're just going to want to check it a little bit more frequently in that. The can does hold 3 ounces. So what we typically suggest is drive the truck 500 miles or so when you first install it, check the can, and you'll get an idea of how frequently you need to check yours. Great thing to do also is that if you can't remember, with the day and age of the smartphones and the calendars, maybe set up a reoccurring event on your cell phone or your calendar on your computer to just remind you to check your oil separator every few weeks or once a month. And that's a great way to keep track of it. Thanks for watching.